Welcome back to Hekateus IV. We're going to be jumping in where we left off from last time, where we will be conquering, or attempting to conquer, the rest of this planet that we were trying to turn into a Forge world off of the Necrons that are here. Last time we left off after doing 2 of the beginning missions as a part of the Investigate the Amassing Necron Forces chain. We've done 2 out of the 4 critical paths, and today we will be going through the part of Valor and Supply and Demand. We have gained, after last time, 3 Archaeotech fragments. Currently, because of the amount of Forged Temples and their levels that we have, we can't get anything more than the level 1 tier upgrades for our faction as a whole.
Fascinating.
We've assigned all of our upgrade points to all of our different leaders here that have earned them thus far, and at any time we can just smack the unassign all augment points button and we can rebuild them if we think necessary before a mission. Now, we are going to not waste any time really. Hopefully you enjoyed the last video. If you did, I really appreciate like, comment, sharing, subscribing to the channel. However, let's delay no more and let's dive in to the better part of Valor, where we will get to meet another one of our leaders here, Kepra. And here we are sent to assist Skitarii units as they are attempting to fall back from a numerically superior enemy. This time we will be facing warriors, flayed ones, and I believe that's immortals. If my memory serves me correctly, we'll find out in the mission. And once again, as always, we earn 2 augments and 2 archaeotechs.
The front line is providing reams of combat data, but on a strategic level it fails to provide the relentless advance required to meet our victory projections.
Indeed. We now have more than enough examples of the effects of Necron weapons on Skitarii bodies to fulfill any future need.
Regrettably, the current situation cannot be permitted to persist. The Skitarii line must fall back before the Necrons can surround whole formations. Megas Dominus, your strike force is best suited to assist the Skitarii withdrawal to secondary defensive lines.
Subdominatus Kepra has experience among the Skitarii cohorts. I recommend her to lead this operation on the ground.
If it means getting our troops out of that grinder, then send me in.
This grinder is the result of thousands of iterations of probability analysis. Our orders were the most likely to result in victory, given the information available at the time.
Pray forgive Subdominatus Kepra's zeal on this point. She served among the Skitarii prior to her investment among the tech clergy, and places acute emphasis on the efficient use of our troops.
Right. So there we have it. Kepra here used to serve in the Skitarii. They're going to be the one leading here. For this mission, we'll see how many she has. So she can have 7 units with her. Pretty standard at this point. Now, I'm going to grab the Archaeotech fragment. It's good to have. It means we can get as many upgrades as possible. And we've got 63 requisition. I mean, we would get away with hiring whatever we hire here. It's just debating what we want to hire. I think I will take the recruitment capacity and we will grab a set of rangers and a set of infiltrators. So this does mean we have 3 vigilance, so we have to be careful with any events along our pathway here.
What is the operative efficacy of nearby forces? We must relieve the pressure. Disrupt the Necron advances and give the Skitarii time to recalibrate.
So, time to kill all enemy units. Let's look at the highlights. So we have a decent amount of friendlies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 friendlies. Let's say all. 3 enemies are not injured. 3 are, and 1 is also in resurrection state. Put infiltrators 2 on the side there for a quick entry to block off the 2 fresh Necron warriors there. And then we will get some Skitarii Rangers to fill up the middle to assault the rest. Actually, we'll get 1 on the left. Want to try and stop this Skitarii Ranger from meeting an unfortunate end here. So, oh, there's actually 3 around that side. I missed 1. That is completely on me. Really not good for us. Okay, one of those is moving. It's the forward one. Has an action this turn. So we're going to try and take out as many of the ones that are in a better condition as quickly as possible here. That will obviously give us better chances of survival as a whole. That one would die if it moves, so that's okay. And instead, we are going to attack the distant one. Our focus, I guess, now for the rest of this combat is to try and take out those in the distant areas. He is next to move. We're going to attack this one because they won't get an attack of opportunity anymore, unfortunately. We've also completely ignored Kepra. Nice, our infiltrator managed to dodge that shot. Kepra has a laser pistol, an Omnis Ire Axe, a staff that can be used to heal an ally within close proximity, drone that can be used, or servo skull that can be used to gather intel units in the area, and inflict priority target. That means they suffer additional damage. Now this scales if you have multiple connections to Kepra from the rest of her unit. We can mark them as a priority target, and then we can end our turn.
Networking.
Kepra over here. We can use Kepra to heal our Skitarii unit. That's just great for the moment. Means we don't have to worry about subsequent battles. They would be down on life in. It'll be good to try and get her over to the infiltrator, or the infiltrator over to her, but we won't have a turn before everyone is destroyed for us to make use of another heal. Not this round anyway.
Marshal, we are positioned to your flank, and the enemy at our position are at negligible combat effectiveness. Withdraw your forces to the rally point before the Necrons fill the gap. Advanced tactical doctrines require a command input. In the circumstances, it will have to come from me.
But unfortunately, the Marshal is dead. the local unit. Ready to transfer. New orders tool nearby. We just need to decide what. Do an inspiring monologue, a force imperative, or overt valor. I'm going to go with overt valor here, despite it being risky.
Costly, but unavoidable. Let more lives be preserved than were spent.
So, gain 2 vigilance. Obviously, it's maxed out. We lost a Skitarii Ranger unit. We gained focus on a unit and gained 10 requisition.
The Skitarii are withdrawing across the whole front. Casualty rates are within acceptable parameters. But an Archaeopter recon flight has noted a problem.
Of course. Only a fool believes the Omnissiah has no more labors for her to undertake.
The Necrons are moving troops to a ridge near your location. This high ground will give them excellent fields of fire over the retreating Skitarii.
They will be annihilated.
You better get there then.
An outcome that will be obviated if the Necrons are annihilated first.
Get hoofing it up the hill. Skitarii units requesting assistance. Immediate combat command input required. Ready to transmit. So we could bypass. We could rally. Or tactical recall. I'm going to go rally. We've already maxed out the vigilance anyway.
Skitarii. We are on your flank.
So we gained a Skitarii Ranger back, a Skitarii Infiltrator, or Sicarian Infiltrator, sorry, lost 3 HP, but we gained extra requisition again. And we got an achievement. Yay! So we could sacrifice a unit to reduce the vigilance, which I am actually going to do here. But it doesn't matter anyway, because we're way over the top. So, I did think that the, I didn't know that if you go over on the vigilance points that it, you know, would actually count being over. So that is kind of on me. We need to kill all units now, including those big, old, irritating reinforcements. Try and hold a bit of a defensive line, let them come to us, I guess. Try and run my 2 infiltrators up the flank. Try and have a little powwow with the Psychomancer at the back. Unfortunately, none of our infiltrators can quite close the gap. This turn. So instead of having them close the gap completely, we'll have them be in areas where there's a lack of line of sight, hopefully, or cover, to draw some of the warriors and stuff in a bit to be able to do it. It wasn't a mortal, it was a death mark, sorry, in the list of units.
Skitarii Command Doctrina effective.
We are just going to hold steady here. Let them come to us.
Transmitting.
We will mark. I think I can get both of them with that servo skull. Can. There'll be extra cognition when we kill them. Start trying to hammer some rounds back at them now that they're closing into range. Here we go. So that warrior has just completely closed the gap for us. We can now use our infiltrators effectively here. Try and stop the death mark from getting too close here. And he's walked away, which is always lovely. Okay, we will get rid of the warrior before it can resurrect then instead.
Transmitting.
Can't quite reach with the Archaeolaz pistol, unfortunately. No one in range of us. Needs healing. Can I move here and heal the infiltrator? I can, though. There we go. Keep the infiltrator in the game a little bit longer. Fortunately, they can't actually see there. Means they'll do less damage when we move them, because that's how the galvanic rifle works with them. We increase the connection strength. That a waste. That was indeed a waste. One connect is all you need. Okay, so with this infiltrator, they are locked in with this flayed one. So we need to try and deal enough to get rid of them, really. But I have a feeling this infiltrator, unless they keep dodging, are going to be in a bit of a pickle here for a little while. Doing our damnedest to try and kill as many and as quickly as possible without losing as many as possible.
Networking.
Rid of them. Can't mark anyone, unfortunately, right this second. Use the servo skull, however, to gain increased cognition from those flayed ones over there. Start using some of our rangers here to beef on the flayed ones as much as possible. Get rid of the warrior so it can't stand back up. That Psychomancer is probably going to prove to be a pain real soon. Ouch. That death mark hurts. Okay, not fun. Oh, Mr. Death Mark. Are you going to teleport away again? Coward. Oh, no, the infiltrator didn't dodge. No. Poor infiltrator. We are here to save Skitarii forces by sacrificing a mix of Skitarii and Sicarian forces. Unintentionally, I should add. At least if that flayed one tries to beef Kepra, should be okay. Bye, infiltrator. That death mark needs to teleport in. Well, this is going to be a pain. Right, Kepra, do your worst to it. And you know what? Don't even waste a cognition bonking it. Just shoot it. Actually, we need to bonk it as well. Stop a chance for a res. Would be good. Okay, she can't heal herself. That's a shame. Instantly get the Rangers to connect to Kepra. Like the fresh ones. That way her connection level is maxed out. So, and hope that Psychomancer closes the gap for us, given that they are out of range of everything right now. This death mark is going to be a real pain to deal with because he teleports constantly. At least the Psychomancer should be dead here in a sec. Okay. I messed that one up. Okay, that's good damage. That's very good damage. Good work on that one there. No! The Skitarii. Oh, next turn, come on. Yeah, you know what? You go deal with him, Kepra. Ominous Irax to the head. Yeah, you teach that death mark.
The Skitarii are withdrawing in acceptable order, but the Necrons are attempting to re-engage. If the Xenos retake the ridge, the line may collapse entirely.
I take it I'm to hold this position at all costs.
As perceptive as ever, Subdominatus.
Ah, we might not have the forces for this. Okay, we just have to hold for 5 turns. Doesn't mean we have to kill everything. Just means we have to hold true. I should swap them around, really. Might not be bad having one to the left there.
Coordinating data.
Ah, yes, we need cognition to heal. Forgot about that. Get into cover. Didn't mean that cover. Tried to swap character. Can't. Not that type of game, I forgot.
Transmitting.
We have to hold for 5 full turns here. Only Kepra has to survive. Worst case, we start trying to run Kepra in some line of sight blockers or around boxes and stuff. It would be good if we can defeat as many enemies as possible. However, that might prove impossible. Hopefully I haven't cooked this entire mission. Fortunately, the Skitarii can't shoot then move. Not with a galvanic rifle anyway. As much as I need the heal, the connect is going to make Kepra much stronger for marking enemies for attacks. So it's an ideal trade-off for the moment.
Skitarii Command Doctrina effective. Ready.
Heal the ranger next to you by bonking them over the head. It's always a good choice. Yay. Just need to try and keep them at bay. Right, that's a point of damage we can afford. So...
Radiation and perspiration.
could afford. It's irritating that angle she technically doesn't have through the corner. Ouch, that's some damage. It was not ideal. Now he's blocking. I'm going to defeat the flayed one completely. I feel like worst case we can lock warriors in combat. That was extremely unfortunate for me. I guess we're just taking out the ones that are resurrecting this turn then. That's all we can achieve. It's the flayed ones that are going to be an issue. And now the ones on our flank. 2 more turns, Kepra. That's all you've got to live. In the nicest way possible. Should have marked them first. Shame she can't bonk it through that corner. Fuck me, those warriors consistently dealing 3 damage with those guns. Okay, we've just got to keep Kepra alive here.
Situation hostile. Calibrating orders.
This is a tough situation. Good thing we healed them. We might have no choice but to try and run Kepra. Fortunately, we have to move the Skitarii, or I guess skip their turn. The only choice we have. They would have died either way there.
Initiate local scan.
Identify remaining hostiles.
The Necrons are disengaging. It seems they too are unwilling for this battle to turn into a grinder, as you would put it. Excellent work, Subdominatus.
But still not a victory. The Skitarii must adapt. Their combat protocols were not up to the task. They had no counter-tactics applicable to fighting the Necrons.
But your intervention, Clade, has ample experience against this foe. And we have reaped entire info vaults of combat data in just this one engagement. Adaptation shall be made to the Skitarii protocols. Hekateus IV will become as a monument to the quest for knowledge, a great laboratory for the divining of the Omnissiah's infinite truth.
Let us all have such faith, Magos Biologis.
Okay, I wasn't reading the timer. Okay, we somehow survived that. Alrighty, so there is the better part of Valor complete, which has netted us another 3 Archaeotech fragments, which fortunately we still can't utilize really. We can put 2 into the servitors if we wanted to. I don't use them often enough to warrant me putting those points in, however. So we jump over to Reliquary here instead, and Kepra has her 2 points that we can use as well for a bunch of her different abilities. Now, one that's pretty much always a good choice in my opinion is removing the cognition usage off of the Omnissiah Axe. This means free melee. That's always great. And now we just need to decide what else. And I think we might wake our way through her Subdominatus tree in the middle to just increase her more specialized stuff. And now we're going to jump into the final one of these opening missions, which is Supply and Demand.
One step closer to the machine.
Here we will be using Ro, our final leader that we haven't seen yet, to recover caches of valuable resources before they are seized by Necron forces. And here, you see, we now get a new Forge Temple from this one as well. So we will get 2 augmentation points, 2 Archaeotech fragments, and another Forge Temple, meaning we gain the next tier of the main technology tree.
Magos Dominus. Critical resources are held at mining sites outside city environs. This puts them in path of Necron advance. They must be recovered. Prefect Ordnance Row has experience in field engineering. I recommend them for this task. I hear and concur, Magos Dominus. A tech priest versed in the value and symbolism of gross matter. The forge, the scaffold, a world encased in steel. I am reminded of a far inferior version of myself.
An honor, Forge Lord.
Necron activity in the region has led to a failure in local communications. Only the approximate location of each cache is known. I am informed this will not be an issue, given the capabilities of your force, Magos Dominus. I shall leave the Prefect Ordnance to speak for themselves.
If the Omniscient wills it, then it will be done.
Alrighty, so, once again, Archaeotech Fragment. Could be good. I don't think we necessarily need, you know, recruitment reduction or anything like that. We've got a lot of requisition right now, and we're not going to use much. I think go with Vanguard this time and some servitors. After I just said I don't use them that much. Now, this path has a lot of points on it, as you can see at the bottom there. Conversation, what looks like a fight, a conversation, a fight, a random, a rally.
Remember, Prefect Ordnance, your task is to secure all 3 caches of materials. If you cannot recover and extract them, at the very least, mark their exact location for retrieval.
Leaving such resources vulnerable was a folly. I wish I had alerted the Forge Lord to his error during our briefing.
The fact you did not suggests you are learning much about dealing with the senior tech clergy. Proceed with your objectives.
Yeah, he did call you inferior, so, I don't know, fuck that guy. And now our first battle here with Ro. Kill all enemy units. Ro is a big boy. He has a heavy axe, Song of the Implacable, servo arm, reveal the Xenos, and empowered actuators. Okay, so we're going to Servitor block the flayed one around the left. Brian, Servitor block that warrior. Vanguard attack that one. Ro can go for them. Guard for the middle. There as well.
Labor's underway.
So, we will... what do we do to start? We could move Ro. Attack. Again. Okay, they've decided to go for our Vanguard rather than Ro. Helps a lot for us. Going to move the Skitarii across into cover. Again. Get them to analyze the far one so we know where they go. In this case, we will actually attack that far one. Now, Ro's squad-wide ability here is Data Acquire. Basically, gives him a stack which can be consumed by him. There we go. That Necron warrior is now extremely injured, so that was a good use of that servitor there. We'll radiate the flayed one, analyze that far Necron. Incapacitating the flayed one there just reduces any direct damage to Ro. as Rose defense is currently down. Now have double Vanguard damaged, unfortunately for us. However, should mean, aside from that flayed one getting loose, I guess, might be able to mop up everything this turn. Hell, if we can't mop it all up. We can certainly finish it this coming turn. Losing one servitor there is kind of what they're for. It could have been better though.
Force the vault open, or log its precise location for future extraction. I trust your wisdom in this matter, Prefect Ordnant.
Okay, so we get to decide what to do. Try and retrieve. We can mark it for later. Or master key, basically just blast it open. I don't know that we necessarily need what's inside, so I'm just going to mark it for now. It's a hardened vault. It should be okay.
Onwards, machine gods faithful. May our labors never cease.
Okay, that is a lot of enemies spread about the place. We did notice an explosive barrel there. There's another one there. One actually next to that pillar, and that pillar will crush him. Another barrel there. Might affect that flayed one. Another one there, there. Left there, okay.
One step closer to the machine.
So we're going to expose that one, find out where it is in the line. We're then going to shoot the barrels. Good. A nice little chain of attacks there for us. They are flayed ones. We're going to run the Vanguard back one. The warrior far left there. Oh, very close to being able to shoot our Vanguard there. That wouldn't have been good for us. Move this Vanguard into cover. Analyze the flayed one and do some more pew-pews. Nice 4 damage and irradiated there. Looks like a lot of the enemies here are distant. Explosion should hit them. It does. Not that it really will do much for our fight against that Necron in particular. Ah, that would have been good. Would have had to rush someone up to shoot that though. Tactically take out that one there. There are a lot of enemies in the distance. Try and block that Vanguard from being killed by a flayed one here.
Transmit.
Only Rogue could get closer than that. Might have been able to take out both the flayed ones. Probably would have been wise to do it the other way around. Oh well. Hopefully they will stay there, near the barrels, and we'll be able to blow them up. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. I should really be analysing every chance I get here to keep our cognition income up. Servitor to take out that one that's blocking Ro's path. You're going to get shot again. You might die. No, okay. Lucky.
Transmit.
Now Ro has an open path. However, needed to take out that one quick. And Ro no longer has an open path. Irritating. Servo arm, the one that is currently in the resurrection state. And we will swing the one in front of us. Gonna go left. No, straight up, just kill that vanguard. Okie doke.
One step closer to the machine.
Hopefully that one won't be able to shoot. Okay. Still shoot, but didn't do anything major. Should have analysed first, because it exposes the enemy doing stuff in a bit of a wrong order. Okay, Ro has unfortunately been injured now.
To the machine.
Ro, because he passed over an irradiated patch, has actually been irradiated himself. That he just had damage from. It would benefit us for Ro to block the Necron Warrior so that it cannot move without an attack of opportunity. And that should mean that Ro now destroys it, move, and we win. Okay, so there's a rad leak in this one. We can't really take the damage, but maxing out the vigilance meter would be terrible for us here. Going to mark this despite rad leak.
Messiah grant that the contents will still be here later.
And we pray that the contents are still there.
Then our task is almost complete for today.
Gonna heal Row. I don't know, actually. A new unit would be really useful here. Yeah, we'll recruit a unit. We need something. Rightio. So, kill all enemy units. Row must survive. Or? Well, we try our best here. Warrior isn't first, so blow both of them up anyway. That flayed one was fast.
Assessing.
Avoid hitting our own unit. Not getting an extra cognition there is tough. Would have been good to rush. Guess instead we provoke them. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit, can you shoot that? Fuck off. Man, my people can't shoot around a corner. You can shoot that. Oh, those boxes just not exist.
Step closer to the machine.
Do it again! There we go. And now the third vault. Okay, significant danger to strike force personnel, defensive countermeasures operative, shutdown commands ineffective, awaiting orders. We are going to do a baited trap. Bait the Necrons in and use all of the turrets and mines to blow them sky fucking high.
The enemy wishes to plunder our resources. Let it cost them more than they will gain. Another day's labor's done. Another sacrifice of toil upon the altar of the Omnisire. This enemy is not content to let us leave. Stand fast. Defense doctrine in effect. Hold for extraction.
Okay, right. So, once again, we have to hold, and everyone is injured. We have a 4-turn hold. Everyone. There's a lot of barrels about. That pillar go. That pillar block's there. Shame there's nothing up there for now. Yeah, shame. Shame. I guess we do our best to hold. Don't really know where Roe should be.
Communications open.
Roe isn't exactly a small target. Bring that down just in case. Oh, don't kill them. Good. Oh, it's extremely rude, Vanguard. No. No one can really hit anything, is the issue. So... yeah. And Roe doesn't have a gun. Roe is actually, like, in the way now. More cognition, I guess. That one gonna walk in now. It won't get very far. Hold. Start using data quires. See if we can get Roe being useful for anything. Of course, why wouldn't there be reinforcements? No? Right next to my guys.
Receiving.
Yeah, but now you're burning, Roe. About to take a point of damage, and if you then get shot, cooked. Exactly, move you in range of the thing either. That'd be a suicide mission for you. Oh. Please don't go to the point where you can shoot Roe. That's fine. Shoot the Vanguard. Just not my leader. Gonna have to go... we're going on an aggressive defense.
Labor's underway.
Yeah. Don't know I can necessarily keep Roe stood here. Gonna pull him back. They didn't get any reinforcements this turn. That's gonna trap units. Anyone? They need it. We'll pull Roe back. That flayed one doesn't get him this turn because it would have reached him and attacked him. Guess give him another data quire. That flayed one is going to kill that Vanguard, but then it will die. Maneuver the Ranger into cover and then shoot there. Fortunately, they haven't stopped near any of the useful barrels yet. Eliminate the flayed one. Trade places with Row. Eliminate the warrior. Move in, please. Fine. Running round. You. Okay, they didn't get any more reinforcements this turn, which is extremely good for us. Move the Vanguard off to the side. Shoot the flayed one. Data acquire for Row. Turn. Pass the warrior. End turn. Turn the corner. Song of Imbalance. Play that. Played one. End your turn. Move up. Shoot the barrels for the shiggles. Killing that annoying enemy. Move up. Kill the flayed one. Success. Da 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 da. We win. Right, and now, peeps, this is where the game starts approaching the point that it opens up a bit more. So, Shrine of Knowledge, we gained a Forge Temple. We have the next tier. Yay! So, we can get, with our wonderful 9 Archaeotech fragments, Alpha Induction for our Skitarii units. We can get Expanded Sicarian Armory. We can gain Veteran Skitarii. You can get Blessed Magi. Get Consecrated Framework. And also get Araxi, whatever the bat people with flamethrowers. Yes, I can't pronounce their name. Correct me. I'll look it up for next video, as that's when we'll be using them. Still have 2 more points left. And we're going to get Consecrated Forge Works. I don't know how we upgrade the Forge Temples, but at least we then have it for the ability to upgrade said Forge Temples. And we're going to slide into Rose Reliquary here to look at his upgrades. Fortunately, there's no reduction of cognition usage on stuff yet. We'll start working through his perfect tree here, so he gets extra movement. He's got field repairs, last strike. I actually don't know how much his center stuff is actually going to be useful. Good thing we can just get rid of it. Start looking at some other bits that he has. It would be nice to be able to change his stuff. We'll make it so his axe bypasses armor. We're getting no escape. Hell yeah. So he can make unlimited attacks of opportunity now. So if we plant Row in the middle of a group of ranged enemies, he can attack of opportunity all of them. All of them. No one gets away, no one hit, and then everyone's free. He will keep fucking swinging till the end. That is what we need. And yes, the Thoraxi here are airborne purifiers with their phosphor torches and their talons. They will be used next time, because we are on to the next set of missions here. We have Blind Faith and Forlorn Hope. In a minute, you can only see Blind Faith, and you'll find out why next time. We'll find out why next time. So thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this episode as well. We'll be carrying on this one next week. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Make sure you got it on if you want to see the next bit. And thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, check out my stream and stuff. We'll be in and out of doing streams over the next couple of months, a bit more flakily than normal, but we'll get settled back to normal real soon. And if you haven't checked out other socials, whenever I get clips and stuff, we post them on there. So yeah, and if you haven't and you do want to connect, there's stuff like X or Discord. If you want to jump into our community Discord, go ahead. We're going to be trying to host some more community games in the future, especially when, say, Hell Let Loose and other things, War Dogs releases. We'll be doing some more community games. So thank you all, and until then, I will see you guys in the next one.